Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be showing you how I created my Philippa Eilhart cosplay from The Witcher 3. From the materials to the construction to the final transformation. If you're new to my channel, my name is Star, otherwise I'm simply known as Lady Dead Rabbit, and I create these makeup and cosplay transformation videos all the time. Philippa Eilhart is a powerful sorceress and a key character in the Witcher books and games. Known for her political maneuvering, ability to polymorph into an owl, and role as an advisor to the Redanian monarchy, particularly King Vesemir and later Radovid, she is a co-founder of the Lodge of Sorceresses, which is a group seeking to control the continent's politics and is often allied or in conflict with characters like Dijkstra, Geralt, and Yennefer. Her ruthless ambition and manipulation, including orchestrating King Vesemir's death and later being blinded by Radovid, make her a complex and significant character. So let's take the time to digest how exactly we can make her costume.
Here's how I styled my wig for Philippa Eilhart from the Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 video game. The first thing you're going to want to do is get at least a long to medium length. Either a dark brown or a black wig will work just fine. And if you can get your hands on a lace front wig, that would probably be the easiest. The wig that I'm using is a dark brown, kind of long to medium length wig that I just found in my closet. And it is a mess. So I'm going through the process of untangling this wig, as you can see here. And once it's all untangled, I'm going to section the wig into several pieces, at least 4 pieces. Well, technically 5 pieces. I'm going to section the back of the wig into 2 major ponytails, and then the top part of the wig I'm going to section on both sides. And then I'm taking just a little strand piece and I'm sectioning that out, as I'm going to be cutting that to the length of my chin. Once everything is all sectioned out, I'm going to start on the annoying process of, braiding the wig. And as you can see with that little piece in the front, I did go ahead and trim it up. And yeah, it is a struggle. I should have gotten my wig stand to hold this wig head in place while I did this, but I don't know, I was lazy and I didn't want to. So here I am just braiding the front part of the wig. And that is what it looks like whenever the top pieces of the wig are braided. You obviously could go a lot thicker than what I did. In fact, I probably should have gone a little bit thicker with the braids, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but trust me, it looks good in the end. Now the next part is I'm going to be braiding the actual sides of the wig. And honestly, my advice is to actually put the wig on and then braid it. Because then it'll look just the most natural, but I did not do that here. I ended up just keeping the wig on the wig head and then trying to braid it, which was not easy. Eventually, I did realize my mistake in trying to braid the wig on the wig head, and I'm just clipping this wig into place with the little wig straps in the back. If you didn't already know that was what those straps are for whenever you get a wig, then now you do, and it really helps keep wigs in place. Especially if you're like me and you have a really small head. But yeah, I section the wig into 2 pieces and then I just braid it down the side. And yep, that's pretty much how you style your wig if you want to look like Philippa Eilhart. For Philippa's mask, you're going to want to use the same orange fabric that you used to make the actual dress. You'll cut it and sew it to your desired thickness and length. I recommend testing it out before you actually start painting it. Once you are happy with the desired length, what you're going to do is paint on the eyes. And once everything is painted, you're going to draw the pupils as well as outline the eyes with a red painter's marker. Moving on to the armor, I actually got a really good friend to 3D print the armor pieces for me. His name is Zakio, so be sure to check out his content. The actual files for the armor you can just get off Etsy. It's only a couple bucks. Once you have everything 3D printed and sanded, the next thing you're going to do is paint. I went in with a really deep red paint for the letter seal that Philippa has. And then for the armor pieces, I just painted it a mixture of white, black, and gray. Once the armor pieces are painted, the next thing you're going to do is attach it to the dress. For the seal, I just use Velcro. For the pentagram pendant, I just use some bobby pins as well as just hot gluing it on. For the main armor pieces that go on the hip, I'm just hot gluing these little leather straps that I got from an older cosplay that also has Velcro. And there you have it. That is how you make the armor as well as the eye mask for Philippa Eilhart. First, you want to start by printing out and making your skirt pattern piece. I got mine from 5 Elements off Etsy. Next, you'll lay the pattern down on top of the fabric. I ended up needing to order a lot more fabric, as you can see here, and I just got my fabric off Amazon. Next, you're going to want to cut out the fabric, but before you start sewing the pieces together, there is a couple things you need to do beforehand. For the top part of Philippa's dress, I'm actually just using this orange bikini top, which you can literally just get off Amazon or anywhere else for that matter. Then you're going to take a yellow ribbon and you're going to either super glue or you're going to sew that onto the bra. I go over the ribbon with a little bit of yellow paint just so it's dry and tacky and it's easier to draw on the runes that Philippa has on her dress. I ended up just using a Cyrillian alphabet and writing Philippa's name over and over again. You'll want to repeat the process that I did for the top of the skirt with the rest of the skirt. Once you have done that in place, you're going to sew the skirt onto the bra, and there you go. That is how you make Philippa Eilhart's dress.
For Philippa's makeup, I decided to use this modded photo that I found off Pinterest. I think that the makeup and the way she looks is very accurate to the way she actually looks in The Witcher 3. However, the main difference, as you can see, is she's not blind. I really love her yellow eyes in this photo. I think this is such a cool idea for a mod, and I think it really represents her ability to morph into an owl. So I wanted to include that as well. If you are curious on what kind of contact lenses I use for this cosplay, I will have them linked down in the description down for you below if you want to check them out as well. But other than that, as you can see, Philippa is rather pale with very long, sharp features. Her cheekbones aren't overtly carved out, but they are definitely defined. Her nose is also very skinny and very long, at least longer than my nose, so that's something that I have to keep in mind whenever I do Philippa's makeup. Other than that, her eyebrows are thin and dark, but they're not super bold or heavily outlined, so you want to keep your eyebrows a little bit more natural looking. As for Philippa's eye makeup, in this modded version, of course, it is very dark, it's very heavy, it's very defining of her yellow eyes. If you want to be more canon with Philippa's makeup with this, then I would say you can actually skip doing any sort of eye makeup if you want to wear a blindfold. For Philippa's lips, she's wearing this sort of nude, pinkish, chalky looking lipstick, which is perfect because I have something that matches exactly. Now that we have a full understanding of how we want to make the costume and also how to do Philippa's makeup, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and put in my yellow contacts. I would say this is going to be totally optional if you don't want to go for this modded sort of look. If you want to stick a bit more canon, you can skip this part as well as the whole makeup on the eyes part. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Once you're done with that, go ahead and put a generous coat of concealer or foundation onto your face. With the cool shade of a contour stick, I am just going to be contouring a little bit of the apples of my cheeks as well as right underneath my nose, just to make it defined a little bit more. Afterwards, I'm going in with an actual concealer stick and I'm using it to define my chin, my cupid's bow, as well as the entire length of my nose to really elongate it, and a little bit of the corners of my eyes, and in general just the front part of my face. This is to really highlight my face and give it that somewhat PlayStation looking aesthetic. Ever so gently, I will be putting on a little bit of blush on the apples of my cheeks. Holding up a reference photo in the mirror, I'm just going to be taking my black pencil eyeliner and I will be adding the tiny little mole that Philippa has above her lip. With the powdered highlighter, I will be dusting that across my forehead, as well as the front part of my face and cheeks, my chin, and a little bit of my nose. With the brown pencil liner, I am just going to be ever so slightly darkening my eyebrows. I want to try and keep this as thin as possible. I don't want to make it too heavy or too defined. As mentioned before, Philippa's eyebrows are rather soft looking. This next part is completely optional if you want to be completely accurate to the way that she looks in The Witcher 3, but it's time for Philippa's eye makeup. I'm going to be starting by lining both the top and bottom of my waterline with this black pencil eyeliner. And then with my Nude Magical by Lungmani eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be dusting over with a fluffy brush in this sort of dark, warmish, brownish color all over my eyelids. Using my Rick and Morty eyeshadow palette by Glamlet, I'm going in with this black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to be tapping on a bit of eyeshadow on my eyelids. With that same palette, I'm going in with this sort of bluish, silvery, glittery eyeshadow, and I'm just going to be putting that in the corners of my eyes. To finish off the eye makeup, I'm just going to do a light layer of mascara on my eyelashes. To finish off this look, I'm going to be applying a coat of Twisted Kisses Matte Lip Pencil by Eddie Funkhauser onto my lips. And there you have it, folks. That is how I turned myself into Philippa Eilhart from The Witcher 3, and this is how you can also put your own Philippa cosplay together as well. If you like this video and you want to hang out on my channel a little bit longer, 2 other videos that I think you guys would really enjoy would be my Ciri makeup tutorial, also from The Witcher 3, as well as my makeup tutorial from Yennefer of Vengerberg. Both of these videos will be pinned in the comment sections down below. I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making this video. Stick around next week as I'll be doing a full makeup and costume tutorial for Gwen Stacy from the Amazing Spider-Man comics. See you guys next week!